Welcome back, everybody, to the GGBL. Guys, we're in week number 4 of our series. Basically, we've been uploading this series for an entire month, and we are already in the month of July. So we're kind of right on pace with real life, right? So we've got the All-Star game we're talking about in real life. We've got the All-Star game we're going to talk about here in this episode at the very end. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, stick around, because I've got some news for you guys regarding the All-Star game and the All-Star Festivities video that's going to happen next week. All right, let's get into the action here. We got Seattle and Phoenix kicking us off here tonight, and Nolan Mitchell against Jesse Winker. We've got rookie against young guy Winker. Winker's relatively still young. I'd still call him a veteran, though. He's been in the league for a while, and he's been one of the top hitters in all of the GGBL. He's going to make the rook pay for it here with a solo shot. All things considered, though, Nolan Mitchell, the rookie, the Discord custom prospect, was pitching fairly well there. 2 up, 2 down until he got to Winker, solo shot. Meanwhile, the 19-year-old Kenneth Alexander Jr. going to strike out against the veteran Anibal Sanchez. Nolan Mitchell here in the top second will strike out Charlie Culberson for the first out of the inning. That was a pretty nasty pitch right there, getting him called third on the inside part of the plate there. Nice pitch, but we do have a gap shot, but what a job cutting the ball off. Either way, it didn't matter. I guess I can't say that. Maybe it would have been a triple for Andy Burns. He's got some speed in those legs. So pretty good job there by center fielder to cut that ball off. Meanwhile, first baseman to make this play to pitcher Nolan Mitchell covering. But we got a clutch situation here for Mitchell. He's got a runner on third base with 2 down, and it's going to be a base knock. That's going to lead to the second run for Phoenix, and in this AL West rivalry game, Jose Devers, the young guy, comes on through here and gets a knock. Meanwhile, Nolan Mitchell says, "Hey, Jesse, I learned from my previous mistake here, and I'm going to strike you out," and he does so. Here's a base knock down the line, and right fielder Danny Santana comes up firing here to second base. He's got a strong arm, but either way, it is Adley Rutschman getting on with a double. Here's Harold Ramirez going to be grounding out into a double play, and you hate to see it if you're a Seattle fan. Drew Mendoza with the nice play, and then in the top of the 4th, center fielder Jason Dominguez is not going to catch this ball. It is a solo shot for first baseman Renato Nunez. He's got some pop in that stick, and he's going to make Nolan Mitchell pay yet again for another home run. Kenneth Alexander Jr. comes up in the bottom of the 6th inning, and runners on first and second base. He's going to fly out here to Danny Santana, but the runner will move from second to third. So now you got Willie Calhoun up with runners on the corners, and it looks like it's going to be a base knock. It is, but Danny Santana comes up firing here to third base. The tag is applied, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. What a throw by Danny Santana. Dude, this guy has done it already twice, at least twice already in gameplay. As far as when we've been watching him in the series, he's done it twice. Once against Wisconsin, I think in the very opening games in week number 1 of this series, and he does it here again. So either way, Seattle will tack on a run, making it 5-1, and Chirinos catches the pop-up in foul territory, and we go to the bottom of the 7th inning here, and we can get another strikeout. So Seattle, Jason Dominguez doesn't like the call, actually hated it, but Nunez makes Seattle pitching pay again. That's number 2 for Renato Nunez. It is now 6-1 in the top of the 8th inning, and you can pretty much say that this game is over, because in the top of the 9th, we get another home run. And this time, it's Robinson Chirinos. Bunch of home runs here for Phoenix. And that is going to close the game out, guys. Final score, I will give it to you here in just a moment. But Phoenix is going to take care of Seattle, and they just can't seem to get out of their own way, man. It is an 8-1 final. Sanchez will get the W. Nolan Mitchell will get the loss. Anibal Sanchez pitched pretty decently. Not a ton of strikeouts today, but he got the job done. And Seattle is still, again, wallowing away in last place, just trying to find themselves. Let's move out here to Columbus at Cardinal Park as they are taking on Santa Fe Spirit. And this is a guy that I've always wanted to watch. And I specifically waited until he got here to get a start for us to see him in gameplay, because it's Mark Lapierre. This guy, number 0, is a little small dude that can just throw a bunch of off-speed stuff. He's got nothing hard. He throws nothing hard. Nothing above, I don't think, even 85. So we're going to watch this, and we're going to see how this little guy does here against Santa Fe. But so far, so good. Double play ball here started by Lindor, and that is going to get the runner off base. That's Keon Broxton at first base. They'll end up getting out of the inning here, and his counterpart, Justin Dillon, this was a June call-up for Santa Fe. And now against another June call-up, Anderlin Rodriguez, a first baseman for Columbus, taking the place of Greg Bird. He's going to strike out here against Dillon. Next up, we've got Lindor grounding out to Stott, back to Vargas, back over to first base for the double play. Next up, let's go to the top, or the bottom of the third, I should say. We got Shed Long going to drive in a double with nobody down. That's a good start here. Ben Gamel says, let's go back up the middle and break the tie. It's 1-0 now, Columbus. They've got that home field advantage. Love to see it. Points back to the dugout, says, I got you guys. Francisco Lindor, still the bottom of the third. He comes back up, and we've got a line drive right to left field, and just can't get the throw off. Can't get enough mustard on the throw. And Ben Gamel is going to score as well. It is now 2-0 Santa Fe. Now watch this throw. Now, did you see how slow that delivery and the throw went into catcher? Somehow, some way, catcher was still able to almost get Stott in a caught stealing. I mean, he almost got him. He almost nabbed him. But either way, it was a stolen base. And Aristides Aquino, the Punisher, is going to drive this thing all the way to the pull side of the field. The left fielder looks up, says, I can't get this thing. Aquino hits his 13th home run. Justin Dillon thinks this game is over, man. 3-0 already in the 6th inning. Crucial spot here for Santa Fe, and Chris Davis is going to strike out looking. Mark Lapierre only allowing 5 hits and no runs. He's been very, very good. He's still continuing to pitch here. Top 7th. Did you see that terrible swing based off the knuckleball? He breaks it out every now and then, and he's got these guys fooled all over the place. Little ground ball here to first baseman, and Lapierre exits the 7th inning with a 3-0 lead. Francisco Lindor, solo shot, extending the lead out to 4-0. And Columbus is gonna waltz their way to victory here against Santa Fe, guys. It didn't work out for Santa Fe. They're really not having a good mid part of the season. Now, this was a team that had a lot of good pitching. They had some timely hitting, and they were hanging in there for a little while. But you know, if today is any reflection of where this team is at, I don't think that they have a lot of horses to get them over the top. So Columbus gets a nice win. They're hanging in there in the AL Central, so we'll have to see how they continue to perform. All right, let's take a look at this NL Central matchup between Houston and New Orleans. Now, you guys know about New Orleans was a first-place team for a long while. I mean, a couple months here in gameplay, but since they have really fallen off. Houston, on the other hand, has taken first place, and it doesn't seem like they want to let go. Houston, though, does have an opportunity now after this base hit, this single back up the middle. They have a chance to do some damage here. Ground ball, though, back to shortstop, and off-balance throw makes the play. Had a couple more steps there, set his feet, plant his feet there, make the nice throw, but he didn't elect to do that. Josh Donaldson says, I can do you one better. I'm going to throw across my body and get a double play ball going. Houston gets out of the inning against Rick Porcello. Josh Donaldson continues to rake. It is now 1-0 after this solo home run. Let's head on out to the top of the 4th inning, and Porcello gives up another moonshot. This time to Brandon Snyder. He's going to hit a 3-run homer to push it to 4-0 in the top of the 4th inning. Blanco scores. Yeah, it's an onslaught right now. Let's go again to here, the top of the 4th inning. We've got more runners on base, and Josh Donaldson says, let's hit a 2-run homer. No, a 3-run homer, excuse me. At 4-0, it is now 7-0. Yeah, Rick Porcello, he got you to 4. He got you to 4 innings, but it just wasn't enough, man. It just wasn't enough. Dylan File comes on, ends the 4th inning, but not after 7 runs have been plated, and we're not even halfway through the game. All right, well, let's go to the late innings here, and Josh Donaldson again on fire the whole game. He says, let me do it again. Let me hit another home run. This one, a 2-run homer. And guys, this game's over. This game's over. It's 10-4. New Orleans has had 10 hits on the day, but Houston made their hits count. Their 12 hits, they counted. 10-4 is your final score, guys. Houston gets a nice win. They hold on to first place. They're really putting it to these NL Central teams. St. Louis, we're going to take a look at them here against San Francisco. It's going to be our last game that we watch tonight. But St. Louis is on fire, and they've really pushed New Orleans. And I think it's really becoming a two-team race in the NL Central. I think it's becoming Houston and St. Louis's division to win or even to lose. Depends on how you want to look at it. But let's go on out here to an AL East and an NL East matchup. So an interleague play matchup. We've got New York, the Pizzazz, against the Richmond Good Boys. And you know what's funny? Guys, I'm streaming this over there on the Purple platform. I'm streaming this over on Twitch. And we haven't seen Richmond at home yet. We've played this series all the way up until July, and we haven't seen this team play at home. It's crazy. Every matchup that I find that's cool for them is on the road. So we'll eventually get there. We'll eventually get there if you guys are watching that. But either way, you do get your highlights here on YouTube, and we go from there. All right, so Richmond against Alexei Shevchuk, one of the other custom players in our league to start off year number 1. Gets out of the first inning with no damage done. All knocks, really all contact was over to the right side, right center field there. All of his outs were over there. So we got to do a little bit better timing. We got to try to time some things up, try to pull the baseball a little bit more power. But we do get Bryce Harper out. Next up, we get a little fly ball here. I'm not even going to call that a pop out. That's a little fly ball. And Darius Wilson, the shortstop, makes a heck of a play just to get there. But Matt Olson, one of the All-Stars for the NL, sends it all the way again to right center field. We pulled it, but again, another out to right center field. Center fielder makes a great play. That's Dustin Fowler out there in center. We got a base knock finally to the left side of the field, the pull side of the field for Mark Canha, and then Joey Bart, a guy that I've been trying to hit with for a long time in this series. Finally, I'm able to hit something with some extra base power with this guy. Joey Bart takes Shevchuk deep. That's a 2-run shot. Richmond now has the lead, and it was a pretty solid hit. 96.2 exit velo there. Nice little distance as well. Irving Lopez gets the start at second base today, and he drops it right in front of left fielder Nicky Delmonico, and he challenges and slides in safely. I'm loving Irvin Lopez's production, guys. Now, between him and Ramon Urias, I think I found my second baseman that I actually like. So Irving Lopez might be the starter moving forward here for the Richmond Good Boys. As long as he continues to hit and play some good defense, I mean, that's the complete package right there. We're going to continue to go with the hot hand. Clark Schmidt, on the other hand, you guys saw his numbers. He's 9-2 on the year, and he's continuing to pitch well here against New York in the middle innings, and thanks to some good defense up the middle. Look at Irving Lopez, man. I love Irving Lopez. I love this guy. Between him and Darius Wilson right now, those two guys are playing some really good defense up the middle. I can't complain. I can't bring those guys out of the lineup. Let's go to the top of the 6th, I believe. But look at this play at third base. Evan Longoria, are you kidding me? The old man making a nice play here. Runners at second and third base, but look at Bryce Harper off of Johan Miesis, and we just didn't get a good jump. We didn't get good timing on that tag up, and the relay throw comes in. That's a heck of a relay by New York, and Will Wilson makes us pay for not getting that run in. He gets a solo home run, his 4th on the season, and now New York is cut into the Richmond lead by 1. They've cut it in half. And now with Bryce Harper coming up, Clark Schmidt's got a job to do, and that's going to be a base hit right in front of Kyle Lewis, but Lewis gets it in quickly. Harper being aggressive, and the tag is going to be in time. That's a great relay throw on our end to nab Bryce Harper and cut him down. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Kyle Lewis here comes up firing off his back foot, but take a look at this throw. Kyle Lewis with the huge throw to get Sam Travis. Wow, so Irving Lopez had no shot here, but look at Lewis again, just planting that foot, back turned towards the runner and just flings it back to second base. Wilson with a nice tag, and Sam Travis is gonzo. Let's go to Neo Zamora. So we had a nice output by Clark Schmidt. He could possibly get his 10th win on the season. I think that's good enough for an all-star selection, but we'll see at the end of this video who was selected, guys. However, Neo Zamora comes in, gives up 2 base hits. One, I think, might have been called an error on Darius Wilson. He booted it at short, but we do have a bunt attempt here by Jake Hager, and it's going to be a pop-up, an infield pop-up right to David Wright. Go figure, no pun intended there, but he makes the play. We got a tag up at second base here. That's a deep drive to Casey Golden here. He makes the play, but the runner will get to third base, and now with 2 down, we have Will Wilson up again in a clutch spot here. Nothing count. Zamora, he's swinging at the first pitch, and he flies out to Johan Miesis, who makes the play, and we are going to the top of the 9th inning. We got to get some runners on here. 2 down, Irving Lopez. Nice play at short by Will Wilson. Fly ball deep to center. Kyle Lewis is going to make the play now. Neo Zamora is going for the save here. Still pitching in the top of the 9th. Here's a drive out to right field. Miesis makes this play. Still, Richmond hasn't won in gameplay yet, so we got a job to do here. Now Zamora strikes him out. Woo! Made it too close for comfort, man. 8 hits for Richmond, 7 hits for New York, but the pitching staff was key for Richmond. Really helped out our bullpen tonight, guys. Between 2 pitchers, we only had to use 2 pitchers. That helps your bullpen any night of the week. All right, let's move out here to Indiana. We've got the Rams against the Breeze, an AL Central matchup. Tanner Roark out on the mound here against his counterpart, Connor Fisk. Now, Indiana's been one of the best teams in the GGBL since the very beginning of the year. And they really haven't let up. They have been a very consistent club all year long. Indiana, on the other hand, they got a lot of young pieces. They got a lot of nice pieces, but they've just been very, very inconsistent. So it's kind of a tale of 2 different clubs here. But we've got Heston Kierstad, the youngster. He's going to go deep here for a 2-run shot off of Connor Fisk, and that's going to give Indiana the lead here, the early lead to Zippo. And continuing on, we've got a runner on first base here, and a really bad route by the right fielder, Brandon Marsh. This is going to get right over his head, and looky. Indiana has pounced on Chicago. 3-0 game here, and Kierstad comes up again in the bottom of the 3rd with a runner on first, rounding second, heading to 3rd. He's going to get in there safely. The throw was offline a little bit. Runners on the corners, nobody down. Third base, second base, back to first. That is a 5-4-3 double play, but the run's going to score anyway. It's a 4-0 game. Cespedes comes up, ground ball to second. Tanner Roark gets through 4 innings with nothing allowed. Now here's another jam for Chicago. Throw does come in after the Little Texas Leaguer, and it's going to be 5-0. Now here's Servideo, who has been a very good hitter for Indiana in gameplay that we've seen, always coming up with base knocks. He gets in with a double. It is now 6-0 Indiana. Now here is Carlos Asuaje. What is going on? Chicago giving up runs all over the place. Hits galore for Indiana. It is now 8-0. That's a triple for Asuaje, and Michael Jordan, the custom prospect, is going to come in here for his debut, at least in the series. He comes in, gets a ground ball out. He's continuing to pitch here with a runner on first base. A little pop-up here to second. Forsythe makes the play. And he's got 2 out here against Adolis Garcia. 2-run homer. It's 10-0, guys. 10-0. Adolis Garcia gets his 8th on the season, and it's pretty certain to say that this game's over, right? Here's a great play at third base. Nice toss across the diamond. Makes the play. Ending the 7th inning. Who am I kidding, right? 13 hits, 10 runs, 4 hits for the Breeze. They're not coming back. I'll give you guys the final score here, but it didn't change that much. 10-0 Indiana. They get a really nice win over Chicago. There divisional rival. Roark was good. Kierstad was probably my player of the game. Even though they gave it to Roark, I probably would have given it to Kierstad. He was awesome today. He was really what helped this offense out, in my opinion. Really set the tone for the team. All right, guys, let's move out to the matchup of the week. Now, I wanted to stream this thing tonight, given it's Friday. I always want to try to stream Game of the Weeks on Friday nights, but I couldn't get it done, guys. I could not get it done for you tonight, so I figured I might as well just give you the upload. However, either way, St. Louis has been hot. They have won at least 20 games in June, I should say. Last month, they were extremely, extremely hot, and it's continuing on against one of the best teams in all the GGBL, the San Francisco Grizzlies. Guys, they are continuing to just mash. We got Eric Swanson out here on the mound, and he can't seem to buy an out. Look at this. A fly ball here all the way deep to right. Finally, they do get an out, but both runners will advance. Second goes to third goes to home. They got another run-scoring opportunity here with Andrew Donovan, second on the team in OPS, and he laces an extra base hit right into the gap. Center fielder does get there. However, that's Hastley, throws it away, and it's going to be a triple for Andrew Donovan. So again, St. Louis has another opportunity to get a sac fly. Instead, they get a base hit for another run scored. It is now 4-0. Luckily, though, if you're San Francisco, they do get an extra out here. They got 2 down now. But take a look at this. Oh, no! He thought they were going to throw home. He tried to take the extra base again, being real aggressive, and they get the out anyway at second. It still remains a 4-0 game. Here's a deep drive. Oh, in the bottom of the second inning. So San Francisco trying to claw their way back. That's Derek Dietrich hitting his 12th on the season. Cole Calhoun will come up and get another single. He's on first base. And then Satchel Michaels, here he goes again. He's been getting hot in gameplay. He gets on with a double. And like I said, San Francisco now with nobody down are clawing back a little bit. Now we got Will Till coming up. He strikes out. Runners on second and third now with 2 down in the bottom second inning. We got Shane Bieber striking out. For the next batter, that's Kyle Holder, and they're out of the inning. Let's go to the bottom of the third inning. Christian Yelich is going to strike out. Hastley is going to strike out. I mean, this is crazy right now for St. Louis. They're gotten some good pitching. They've gotten some good pitching by Shane Bieber, but look at this. What a great catch. What a great catch by Cole Calhoun in right field, but he throws from his knees to try to get the ball in, thinking that the runner's being aggressive, going to tag, and instead he lets him go to second base. There's a lot of goofy stuff going on for San Francisco. Will Till, he throws it into the stands. What is going on with San Fran? They're freaking out here. St. Louis has been really aggressive, and this might be why they're one of the hottest teams in all the GGBL. They're putting the pressure on these teams, and they're forcing them to make mistakes. 5-1 game. Hastley comes up. Base knock in the right center field gap. Jarren Duran gets it at the wall, but the runner is going to score. It is now 5-2. So San Francisco is still hanging in there. Keston Hiura, line drive, right field. Kyle Tucker looks up, and it is gone. It is now 5-4. St. Louis. And again, San Fran is not going away. At least not yet. Cole Calhoun, 2 down, 2-2 count. Line drive right off the first base glove, but guess who's there? Shane Bieber. He makes the nice play, and it stops the little mini rally that San Francisco had been putting on there. Let's go to the top of the 6th inning. We got a base knock here again to right field. Cole Calhoun fires it to second base. He's going to slide in safely with nobody down. We got Jarren Duran coming up. Little fly ball to center field. You going to get it? Nope. It falls in. Another little looper. Little Texas leaguer. And then a line drive. Deep to center field. That ball gets over the fence and gone. It is a 3-run shot for Neftali Soto. I feel like this guy, every time we watch St. Louis, hits a home run. It's almost a guarantee at this point that this guy's going to hit a home run. Either way, it is 8-4. Julian Fernandez comes in. Sweeney delivers an opposite field knock right over left fielder's head. That's Christian Yelich. and Hastley cuts it off all the way to the wall. But guess what? Sweeney says, let's be aggressive. Let's continue to put the pressure on. He gets to third base. We got a fly ball to center field. Throw is offline, and it's going to be 9-4. Let's skip ahead all the way to the bottom of the ninth inning, guys. 12-7 game, and Nate Jones gets a line drive from Satchel Michaels, and this game is over. Shane Bieber, heck of a job against this really tough hitting team, San Francisco Grizzlies. And unfortunately, those 2 errors, I feel like, really changed the momentum. I guess you could even say that just the aggressiveness by St. Louis really changed the momentum in the first place, just right off the rip. I mean, the first inning, they scored 4 runs. That set the tone, in my opinion. So good win for St. Louis. They continue to stay hot here, even in July. All right, guys, moving on here to taking a look at some of the top performers statistically and the All-Star voting. You guys can kind of piece together who made the team and whatnot. We really, what I have to do is get through the home run derby for you guys first in order to figure out who is on the All-Star team. But if you guys want to go vote and submit your contest pick'em form, you can go to the website. That link is now live for you guys to go check out. And basically the final question, I can't show you the lineups because I don't know the lineups quite yet. Like I said, I got to get through the home run derby first, but you can kind of piece together who those starters are going to be and what that team is going to look like. The final question, and I'll show you guys the form here a little bit later on in this video, but the final question is just picking 5 players. Just pick 5 All-Stars. Doesn't matter if it's AL, doesn't matter if it's NL. Just literally pick 5 players and then submit your form. And then you'll pick like the home run derby propositions, who's going to hit the most home runs, who's going to win the home run derby, who's going to win the All-Star game, so on and so forth. So just follow along with the questions and then submit your picks and try to win a prospect. Try to win a prospect for next season's draft. So this season's draft has already been done. We've already locked everybody that's won prospects for this year. So continue to play in the weekly contests for next season. So up on the screen, guys, you kind of have an idea what the pitching staffs are going to look like, what the lineups are going to look like positionally, catcher, first base, so on and so forth. But I do have to let you guys know how the All-Star festivities are going to work here in just a moment. So stay tuned for that. And again, if you want to go to the website, that link is available for you guys now to go ahead and make your picks. Now, I can tell you I know who's going to be in the home run derby, and I'm going to show you guys that in just a really hot second here. And I think you guys might be surprised by some, maybe not, as we see it up on the screen right here, right now. Matt Olson is your leader, guys. He's hit 31 dingers. Take a look at that. Bryce Harper with 29, Castellanos 26, Winker, Donaldson, Myers, Arozarena, and Brandon Lowe. So you guys make your picks on the Google form, little link there on the website, and we can go from there. So if you guys need to remember how to get there, here is what it looks like on the Goldglover 9 or goldglovergaming.com website. Go to the GGBL home section, and then from there, go to the weekly fantasy challenge link, click that, and then you guys will get to the form. So again, there's your propositions, who's going to win the home run derby, who's going to hit the most home runs, and then again, the last question is just picking 5 of your All-Stars, and then you go from there. So guys, let me know in the comment section who you think is going to win the home run derby. Now keep in mind too, before we end the video, the All-Star game was voted on in Discord. So if you ever want to be a part of stuff that's extra for the series, make sure you join Discord and be a part of it. Be a part of that community. Help drive the decisions going forward. The All-Star game is going to be played at Renway Field. Now that's the Carolina Blue Sox home field, and if you guys know about this field, it's got a big blue wall out there in right field. It's about 360 to the wall, but the wall is huge. So you got to get over it. You got to get up top over it. It's called Big Blue. If you can't get over it, Big Blue got you. Really, you might want to pick a right-hander. It's about 340 to left field, and you know, it's just part of the strategy. So that's where the All-Star game is going to be played, guys. Leave a like if you like this thing. I will see you guys later on next week for more GGBL action. Thank you guys for watching. Have a happy 4th of July holiday with your family. Stay safe, of course. Stay safe. And I will see you guys later on next week. As always, thank you for watching, and peace.